Southeast Missouri first-year head coach Briley Palmer. Coach, just tell us just some general thoughts about you and your team as we get ready for this 24-25 season.
Yeah, just kind of as it's been a little bit of a whirlwind and getting a lot of kids in quickly and late and all that, but really like what we put together this quick and excited to see about our progress, throughout, not just what we have day one, but really seeing us build and trust the process all the way through and play for March. And I think that these kids definitely have the talent things and we're still learning stuff about our kids, just of getting them late and things like that. So just really experiencing good problems right now.
Anybody's got questions for Coach, let me know down in the chat and I'll call on you. It's probably like this for any first-year coach, but when you get the job and whenever it happens, how do you set 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, all the things you have to do? How do you prioritize all that stuff in your first?
Mine was a lot of having, a lot of talk with mentors and people who's been here, done that, and just learning and understanding. Here's the generic template of like what they did maybe, and then me kind of picking choosing what I have prioritized throughout the years, and seen has worked for my style and things. And I think that it's kind of a learning process for all of us. And as long as we know that and stay true to our roots and what we know got us here, then we're going to be just fine.
And you're a local to the Cape Girardeau area. What was it about this job when it came open that attracted you to?
The approach of wanting me and not just me, but wanting the community and the culture that we had put together at Mineral Area. I'm most proud about that. I mean, we won many games and things like that, but what was really neat, and especially this past season, was we were putting 2,500 people in the stands for the last five Region 16 games with the men. And it was just really neat to see that yeah, we have a good product and winning brings people, but those kids gave it their all on and off the court, and those people were there supporting them. And it's really important to me that, yeah, being from somewhat, Southeast Missouri and whatnot, was like people in the Boot Hill love basketball, and they want to show up for a good cause and one that they believe in. And they want to see kids that work hard and play hard, but then represent a bigger, it's not just about them, it's about the team and this community and the college. So just really was neat of the approach that SEMO, you know, had with me. Was just like that's what they wanted. Yeah, like winning year last year, all that stuff. Like that's fine and all, but like they loved the culture, they loved the community feel that we had put together, and I'm proud of that. I truly believe in it, so it's really huge to me that that was kind of what they saw when they had checked me out at Mac.
Tell us about your roster and just how it came together and how it'll look for this season.
Yeah, I mean, our roster is, I'm trying to figure things out as well. Still, we had, two players again when we started officially, and that was late May. And, I think having that junior college background and the networking with that helped. We've got kids from all the markets with transfer portal to true freshmen to junior college, and, just kind of all spread out and a little bit of everything. And I think that's what's going to make us pretty special with having maybe we have all the different ages and things like that, but more experience. Some that are younger than the older, but being older, sometimes and wiser and things, that's helped us a lot as well. So I think just in general, we're going to be that work in progress. We're going to play for each other, and their chemistry is only getting better day by day.
Does that JUCO background sort of help in this transfer portal era too? Because you're used to the rosters flipping over a lot.
Yes, absolutely. I'm very thankful for my junior college background, that it wasn't, me getting here and panicking that oh my gosh, we got to get it all, or whatever. Like that's I'm used to that now. Clearly, I'm not used to it that late. But still, with the portal and how that's worked, it only went in our favor, I thought. And, really kind of looking in the future, it's like, maybe not rushing these things as much, like that it can be okay. So there's that other side to it. But one of those things that, I won't know that until after year one and just having that experience.
What do you like most about this squad right now, October 16th? That may change in 2 months, but today, what do you like?
Um, I think that they're learning so much. I think that they truly, as coaches, sometimes we speed through stuff and whatnot. But like we're still teaching things, and like we're doing pretty well right now, but we're still teaching things that maybe we thought would have already been kind of like known and repped before them getting to us, and they're not. So it's just kind of exciting for me to see that once those things are maybe explained more to them, and kind of repped out more to them, like we're just gonna keep climbing.
We got some Luke Randall here with KFES. He's got a couple questions for you. So go ahead, Luke, with your question.
Hey, Coach Palmer, good to meet you finally. I was supposed to be at Halcomania the other day, but I couldn't make it. You've got 6 freshmen on this squad. How do you kind of get them all? I know one's a redshirt freshman, but how do you kind of transition them into getting ready for what is college athletics? Obviously, your JUCO background, that's what you do, junior or freshmen and sophomores. But how do you kind of get them used to playing D1 basketball just after high school?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that really hasn't been as big of an issue as I thought, like you're asking, because we were all brand new, and we made a comment in the summer of, hey guys, like, yeah, we've got freshmen, we've got this and that, but guess what? You're all basically freshmen here. You're all learning stuff new. You're learning a new coach, a new school, a new system. You're all new. So now you've got to step up and show that that why you're not a freshman, or that some freshmen are going to get it quicker and things like that. But I think, like you said, with the junior college background, I am used to that. I'm used to, trying to slow down and teach a lot, not assuming that players know things, and just I think the making them accountable is going to be something that I'm going to be good at, because I'm going to keep my word that they like not letting things slide and whatnot. And I think that's the biggest thing with college freshmen, just on and off the court. Like, yeah, like I was late to study hall, or yeah, I was late, or something like that. And like, well, what are we going to do so this doesn't happen again? And so whether that be, now we're running, or now we're having to stay after, whatever the case is, to teach those kids so then we don't have those issues in the future. And I think that's probably just getting them used to the college side of things with basketball. I mean, our freshmen are pretty talented, so it's been pretty easy so far, transitioning with these kids.
Coach, tell us about your schedule, and I'm sure you didn't have a lot of control over, but there's some good challenges and some good regional teams on there for your squad.
Yeah, no, yeah, the schedule was done pretty much before I got here. The one ad that I did add was Texas. I've always believed in playing a tough schedule and playing the best and peaking at the end, and kind of having that moment where we've been there, done that. So then when the time hits, it's not time to kind of freak out because you're playing, a Power Five team, or things like that. So just wanted, and with that being said, the group we brought in they were fearless, so it was a kind of a no-brainer to take that game and get just a little more talent to that roster, or to that schedule, to get us ready for what was going to come with OVC play.
Luke's got a follow-up question. Go ahead.
Talk about getting that Texas game on board. What did it take to get them willing to play? Because you kind of arranged that pretty quick. And overall, I know this is year one for you, but years forward, are you going to try to get more kind of or upper major, high major games like that?
Yeah, yeah, Texas is just the beginning. Like I said, like to play a tough schedule. I like our kids to get that experience early, and I mean, at the D1 level, like these kids want to play against the best, so they're gonna get to do that and kind of see why the best play this way, and what you've got to do to get there, because there's definitely more levels they can go. But yeah, the Texas thing, just during the recruiting times in July and things, and Texas needed 3 or 4 games, and made us a really good deal. And I thought, what a great experience to give our kids early on, and show them, how college basketball really is. And yeah, so that was kind of a no-brainer for me. And I always want Division I teams on my schedule, nothing below that. So that was just, like I said, some would say crazy. I'm excited for it though.
Coach, general impressions in the OVC, and I know you probably have some already familiarity, but just now to getting into it, like what you think about this year's other teams in the league.
Yeah. No, I mean, I follow with being like, we've said before, with me being from this area, I've always followed OVC since I was young, and always kind of knew what was going on. And I know there's been times where we've had teams come in and out of the OVC and added. And, I watched a really good Southern Indiana team last year throughout, way before I was here. Um, Coach McMillan at Martin's one of my mentors, and someone that I was sending players to from Mineral area. So very familiar with what him and Jazz and his staff does at Martin, and having all the success he's had throughout. And then it's kind of been like a learning process from there, just because of. I mean, of course, I know like the Lindenwoods and the SIUE and them adding and things like that. But the true tradition of the OVC and things, like, I've always had that in my background. But I think that everybody's really different. I know there's a lot of players that are returning and for some programs or whatnot. But I think that it's kind of just going to be a really competitive conference, and I'm excited to compete against it.
In this, and second time I've said transfer portal, but in this era where rosters flip over, is it easy for a team to go, and easy being relative, to go from ninth, 10th to first in the league? USI did that. They were, I think, tied for seventh the year before, and then they won the league. Is that something that's easier to do now?
Yeah, like you said, like easy. I mean, I don't know about that term, right? But um, I know at where we're sitting and things like that. I believe it. I believe in what we're doing and what we're gonna do. And I think that yeah, that portal can ship that either way. I don't know necessarily, again, until year one's up, what I like most or what I don't like. But I do know I still believe in true freshmen and freshmen playing all 4 years. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. And I definitely have looked into those type of kids and really appreciated kids that stay that whole time and get better and kind of say, hey, this is where I'm committed to, and this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to make this program better and stick it out these years, because that's just like why colleges were invented like that. So I'm kind of traditional and old school about that. So but I do think, yes, like you said, of what um, Southern Indiana did and flipping it that quick and going Division I, and he's done a tremendous job with his program. So just kind of taking a little bit of everything. I don't think anybody has the exact cheat code yet. And they've got to know what fits them as coaches. So I think that's just what I'm still trying to figure out as well.
If there's a tough stretch of the year, you can text me my easy comment, which wasn't good choice of words. So, but good answer there. Luke's got one more for you before we transition to your student athletes. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, coach. Talk about what it was. Obviously, I wasn't able to go to Halcomania and see you guys there, but talk about what it was like setting that up and, building a brand for both the men's and women's program of what that can do. If you do have something like that, maybe it's not Halcomania, but something like that every year.
Yeah. Yeah. When I had gotten here, that was kind of one of the questions too, is like, do we do a Midnight Madness here? Do we, things like that? And we joked, I was waiting, like, are we gonna get Nelly or what are we getting here? And it was kind of, it was really taken serious because, Coach Korn is excited about his bunch and what they're doing. And so it was kind of a no-brainer that we wanted to get those personalities out there. And I don't want to play in front of 10 people. So and I know that our kids and his kids are definitely people that the fans want to come out and support because they have those great personalities, and then they can play. And I think it was really important. And I hate that you missed that. It was quite the entertainment and it's just the start of it. And now I think we got that excitement rolling, and they'll be ready to head to the Show Me Center.
The shirts were nice. They were the design was nice. So, Coach, thanks so much for your time, and just best of luck to you and your program this season.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm excited to be here.